everyone, it's Tawney. I've recently picked up some new products that I would like to put on in a video. I found some of these at TJ Maxx, but the rest of them I picked up between CVS and Walmart. Just picked up some things, and I just wanted to share them with you, talk about some things, do a casual like try on video while I just talk about stuff. You know how things are. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty Power Grip Primer, 4% niacinamide. I have not, oh, that went on my mouth. I have not picked up or tried the new liquid putty primer, but I really want to. I just don't order from e.l.f. all that much. I don't order from Ulta all that much. And I have not seen this at CVS yet. I've not been to Walmart in a while. So when I see it, I will get it because I am intrigued enough to spend my money on getting it. So we're going to be testing that out whenever I get a chance to do so. I also put on the e.l.f. Skin Whoa Glow Sun Touchable 30 SPF sunscreen stuff. It's been something I've been testing out recently, something I've really been liking. I think I'm past the testing out phase, but at least I'm trying to put on sunscreen. So I don't care if I'm still testing it or not. Doesn't matter, just as long as I put on my sunscreen. So I'm going to be trying out the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I found the shade Ivory Nude at my local TJ Maxx. They had Ivory Nude and Tawney, which I was like, oh my gosh, look, it's my name. And I was like, Ivory Nude doesn't I checked the website and it didn't seem like it was too far off that I could make it work. So I was like, I think I'm going to buy some Double Wear and I'm going to try it out. And it was only 20 bucks. So, because my boyfriend's like, $20 is kind of pricey. Like, he doesn't understand makeup prices and whatnot, that he's like, wow, it's kind of expensive to get some makeup. And I'm like, listen, $20 is not bad for a foundation. This is like high-end drugstore price, like the higher end of drugstore, I mean. So I'm like, this really isn't that bad. So we're going to be testing that out because I'm super excited. I've been wanting to test this out since it came out, but I just haven't wanted to spend the $50, $40-something that it is to get this product. So I was like, since it's at TJ Maxx, I'll go ahead and get it and try it out, and we'll see how it works. See if I like it. See if it is worth all of the hype that everyone's giving it. I shook this up. This is the full coverage one, right? Because it is not giving me full coverage vibes. Maybe I just don't put giant globs all over my face to make it full coverage like everyone else does. But I'm a little surprised that this is not, I really thought I'd have a new face once putting this on. So I'm a little confused about that. I really want to try, I'm going to go in with some more, to be honest with you. I have been really wanting to try the new Maybelline, whatever it's called, foundation, the tinted moisturizer foundation thing. I think it's like a tinted moisturizer. I'm really wanting to try that. I saw Tati try it on in a video, and it looked like it was so pretty on her skin. And I know a lot of things look pretty on Tati, so that you have to kind of take that, Tati's just pretty in general. But I was just like, I really want my skin to look like how hers looks just from this little 5-second clip I saw. So I had my appointments today, and I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Good Apple Concealer. And I made the mistake that when I have one of my appointments at the hospital, it's like an office at the hospital, but not in the hospital building. It's the weirdest thing. It's basically the hospital, but not the hospital. I don't understand it. But I had to go out there, and usually when I go to the hospital, I park along the side of the building. There's a big long road. You can park on either side, and then you drive in between. I usually park there, and then I walk, so that way I don't have to park in the parking garage and lose my car. Because I've done that before. Every time I park in the parking garage, I can't figure out where I parked at. And then I'm going up and down, and then I'm worried somebody's going to try and kidnap me. I'm not here for that. So I parked on the road, and there was nowhere to park, and I was like, oh my gosh. I kept driving, and I had to park pretty far back. In my mind, it was a mile. So then I get in and go to my appointment and everything, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and I can see the way, I'm looking out toward my car. And I'm like, it's starting to get dark out. It's starting to rain a little bit. And I didn't know that it was heavy rain, but I could hear thunder. And I'm like, I'm going to have to walk out in the rain. I get done my appointment. Everything goes fine. It takes a little longer than I was expecting just because they had stuff going on that it was busy. So I get out and I'm going to walk to my car. What do you know? It's pouring down rain. Practically hurricane tornado rain. And I'm standing inside the doors and I'm like, I only have like 2 feet of overhead before I have to get wet to go to my car. And I'm just like, I should have parked in the parking garage. I should have tried to find a closer spot. I found a couple closer spots, but I couldn't tell if they were staff parking or if they were patient parking because the sign, like the written word, like the written paint on the sign didn't make it seem like I couldn't read it. So I couldn't tell what it was. And I just thought like being this close, being on this side of the hospital, it would be for staff. So I was like, I don't want to park there, get ticketed, get, you know, like towed, whatever. Like I don't want to take somebody's spot. When did I get this? What is this? This is fresh, like a day or two fresh. What the heck? But so I didn't park over there. And now I'm like, I probably should have parked over there. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to get wet. So I throw my papers and my phone into my purse because I'm like, I can at least zip up my purse. They shouldn't get too wet at the very most, shouldn't get too wet. So I'm like, okay, we'll make this work. We'll figure it out, whatever. I'm going to go in with the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder under my eyes and my T-zone. And I make the hike and I start walking out to my car. I'm getting drenched. I'm getting soaked. Let me tell you, soaked. Like I might as well just be underneath the faucet, like underneath my shower head, getting a shower at this point. So I'm walking and I see a white car that looks like mine. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's my car. I was like, is that my car? I'm here already. And I look and like, you know, the make of the car, how it's like Nissan Sentra. Like the Sentra part is like, it was written differently. Like the sizing and stuff was different on the car that I saw. And I was like, that's not my car. And I was like, I did not get to my car yet. And I'm like, I didn't want to have to keep walking. But I was just like, well, I'm going to keep walking. Like, I just kind of glanced out and I was like, well, that's nice. I'm going to go in with the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush Highlighter in Luminoso. So I keep walking and I keep walking and I keep walking. And my car is a very different size compared to every car I've passed along the way. And I'm like, I have to get there soon. I have to get there soon. I'm wearing fake Birkenstocks today. They are soaking wet. I am barely gripping onto those shoes with my toes. Like I am holding on for dear life, hoping that those shoes don't come off and go flying. Like I'm about to take them off and start walking barefoot, which I really don't want to do at the hospital because like, I feel like at the hospital, there's more chances for there to be needles on the ground. And I'd rather not have to get a needle stuck in my foot if I can help it. So I eventually find my car and I get in and I can just feel the drops of rain going down my face. And I was like, thank goodness I was too tired to put on makeup this morning. Because I almost did, which I know they say not to like look your best when you go to a doctor appointment because then they think you're feeling fine, which I didn't look horrible, but I also didn't have my makeup done, so I didn't look as put together, which I guess is an okay thing. But, and I was in a good mood today because I was off from work and it was a Friday, even though I had doctor's appointments and such. But like, it was my own, I made my own schedule type thing, so I was fine with it. So I get to my car and I'm getting there. I'm going to post a picture up here so you can see the disastrous, you know, event that took place of me having to walk to my car. I was soaked. My hair was wet. My shorts were wet. My shoes were wet. I'm going to go in with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. I'm pretty sure a clump just fell onto the floor whenever I opened it. But I can't see any differences, so I don't know. This thing is like clumping, falling apart. I'm going to need to get a new one at some point, but that point is not yet. And I'm just going over the areas that I blushed because the rest of the areas should be okay. That I don't really need to powder as much. But, so I got soaked. I was miserable. I was a little angry that I was soaked. I'm going to use a Revlon Skin Lights bronzer in Sunlit Glow. So I sat in my car for a minute and I'm just like, you know what? This has just not been a good day because I went to Chick-fil-A this morning. So I had to get blood work done. You can kind of sort of see. I don't know if this was from a prick or if this was from the dumb tape that they threw on my arm. Right here is the part that they actually pricked. The one, I have very good veins, so it's not hard for people to draw blood. I just don't get blood drawn often. Like I haven't done it in like maybe 10 years. So I was like nervous about it, worried that it wouldn't go well, worried that they wouldn't be able to find a vein, worried that like something would go wrong because I just haven't had it done in so long that like I was just worried. And it took like 5 seconds. I really thought it would take like an hour and the woman was going to try and talk to me and I was going to be miserable. But it took like 5 seconds and she's like, okay, you're done. And I was like, seriously? So I had to fast for it. because it was like a typical routine blood drawn thing, but like when you haven't had it done in a while, so you have to get more stuff updated and everything, which I understand. And it's good that my doctor like recommended that. So in that way, just everything can like, I can make sure I'm fine and there's no problems. And I'm also going to do it to try and see if there's like anything that we should be aware of, like with me and my dietitian. Like, I don't know if maybe even diabetes is something you can test for, but I at least like the thought that I can like make sure nothing's wrong with me. So I did that this morning, and then I was like, I'm going to take myself out to Chick-fil-A because I was close to a Chick-fil-A. I just got this blood work done. I'm traumatized. I need to like recuperate. I'm going to go in with the Revlon Skin Lights highlighter in at Daybreak Glimmer. So I get to Chick-fil-A and I get in the wrong lane. We have like a 2-lane Chick-fil-A. And I get in the wrong lane. There's a van there. I get behind it. The other lane didn't have a van. And I'm like, I know that this is going to bite me in the butt, but I went there anyway. And I was like, whatever. So I'm sitting there watching like all these cars go by. Like I swear like 5 to 10 cars have gone by while I'm sitting behind this van. I haven't even ordered yet. So I'm thinking that they had to like transfer funds from one card to another because we were sitting there a while and I saw them like hand the cards back and forth. So I'm thinking that's what that was. I'm trying to be patient. I'm just like, I'm not in a hurry, but I like did want to eat my food before my piano lesson. And I only had like maybe half an hour to like order it, get there, eat it, which was, I was only like 5 minutes away from my piano lesson because like the town where I'm at, it was kind of close by drive wise. So I was like, it's not that big a deal, but I was kind of irked. I'm just like, I just want to get there, like get done. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just that type of person where I just don't like the like dilly dally stuff. And the road rage type person that doesn't like that either. So then this, like, it takes forever for the van to go. So then I get up to the thing and I'm like, I want the deluxe spicy chicken sandwich. I said the spicy chicken sandwich deluxe meal. And she didn't ask me what cheese I wanted on top of it. And usually they do, but I usually just want the pepper jack or hot pepper cheese that they already put on it. So I just didn't think anything of it because I'm like, I don't need you to like correct it or change it or anything. So it's fine. So then I was like, I want a large, blah, 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 whatever. And she's like, can I have a name? And I said, Tawney. And I'm lucky if they ever say Tawney, just like that, when I pick up my order. So I get to the first window and they just have me like basically confirm my name just so they can make sure they have the right order, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think it's a waste of having somebody work there, but I think it's because they've hired so many people, they need to give them something to do. So they just put this chick at a stand and she's like, what's your name? Okay, you're good, go ahead. And then if they have to pay with cash, she does that like once every like 20 cars or something. So I get up to the window and they're like, Tony? Like the chick that I saw to just confirm my order, she said Tony and I'm like, whatever. And I was like, that's not my name as I'm like driving away. But I'm just like, well, I just let it go and whatever. I'm getting my food. I don't care what you call me. Just give me my food. So I get to the front window and they're like, Tony? And I'm like, shut your mouth. Like in my head, I'm just like, shut up. That's not my name. But then I'm just like, I'm not going to be a Karen and complain about this, whatever. So they hand me my food and I have a thought in the back of my head, like, check your food. Because my mom is like the Karen that would do that. Her name is not Karen, but she would be a Karen. Like, my mom is like this close to being a full-blown Karen. She just needs a Kate Gosselin haircut, the name change, and just to actually flip on somebody, fully flip, and not just half flip like she does. She could totally do it. So I get my order, I drive over to my piano lesson, and I usually just like sit outside her house and eat. And like I watch something on my phone or listen to music or play games or whatever. So I put on The Office and I'm watching that while I'm eating my food. And I open up everything. My fries are fine. My drink is good. I got the right sauces. They only gave me one sauce, but whatever. So, because sometimes they do, sometimes they give me more. It just kind of depends on who's working and what supply amount they have. So then I go to open my sandwich. It's in a bag, which should have tipped me off, but it didn't. So I open it up. There's no cheese, no lettuce, tomato, and I lift it up, and there's only 2 very tiny pickles. And usually I ask for extra pickles because I love pickles on a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I know a lot of people don't even like pickles, but I don't know what's wrong with you. I do, so give me all your pickles. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, this isn't what I ordered. And I instantly I'm like raging. I'm like, oh my gosh, how worse can my day get when I had to fast before I got blood work done. Then I had to get the blood work done that I've been putting off for 6 months because I'm terrified of needles. So I go to Chick-fil-A to cheer myself up for being a big girl and wearing my big girl pants, and you screw up my order. And then I'm like, how can I call and complain about this now? I'm like, I've already left the restaurant. I'd feel bad calling and complaining because all I'd be doing is just whining to them. So I'm like, I really wouldn't be doing anything useful by calling and complaining. So I'm just like, what do I do now with this? So I just had to suck it up and eat my sandwich. And I was in a bad mood. I was like instantly in a joking bad mood. I can get in bad moods real fast and it like hits me real good. But today I was like really trying not to let it get me too much, because like I'm almost always in a bad mood, it feels like, and I'm trying to get out of that. So I'm trying to like will into existence a better mood and like try and cheer myself up a little bit. So I was just like, you know what? It's going to get better. It's fine. And then I got rained on and I was just like, you know, this day is just not meant for me. Okay, we have the eyes done. I did a separate video for that. If you want to see it, I'll put it in the eye and it'll be up in the eye. Yeah, so just check it there. I'm going to go in with the Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist and I'm just going to put that all over my face. I did also go in with the ColourPop Honeymoon Super Shock Highlighter on my cheeks and down the bridge of my nose, just to give it a little more pop, to make everything look sort of cohesive. And now we're going to go in with eyeliner. And I have the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Eyeliner in black. So we're going to test that out today. See how we feel about this. I've heard very good things, but it took me a while to find this for some reason. So now we get to finally try it. And I get to join the club of people who have tried it. I'm really liking the way this looks so far. The brush is a little more hard than I would like it to be. It's not quite as flexible as I want it to be. Like, it's not soft, but I think that's just the type of brush they wanted to use for this because of the shaping and like how it'll help lift but curl the lashes. So maybe there's like a reason for it. e.l.f. seems to know what they're doing when it comes to makeup now. So I feel like we shouldn't complain. They should complain to us that we're not understanding it, you know? But I like the way that looks just with one coat, but I will go back in with two just for the heck of it. Oh yeah, that is stunning. That is stunning. Okay, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal, it's the new liquid lipstick in Breakfast in Bed. This is one of my new favorites lately, and it also has replaced the old chocolate lipstick that used to be one of my staples in my makeup collection. It used to be my concealer lip. This one is concealer lippy, but not to the point of being like gross. So this is my new lipstick, like the new go-to one from L'Oreal for me. So I'm super excited about that. What do we think about the makeup look? My hair is still kind of wet from when I got poured on, but I really like the way everything turned out. The eye look was a little disastrous. You can kind of see that, but it's fine from far away. I really like the way that liquid highlighter thing from Milani, I'm still kind of trying out. I've had it for a little while, but it's not like something I'm familiar with, but I really like the way it looks on the cheeks. I really like the way the foundation looks. I kind of wanted it to be a little heavier because I was expecting it to be heavy, but it is covering everything. I feel like I look good, so I can't complain about it, honestly. The lashes honestly look stunning. This is like one of my new favorite lash products, like my mascara. Like, I just can't get over how pretty it is, and maybe it's just the eyeshadow, but I really like the way that looks. Love the lipstick. It's not as new because I've used it a good bit, but it is sort of new and it dries down really quickly. It looks really nice. It does not, like, look at my hand. There's like no residue from that lipstick. Okay, there's just a little bit, but I did just put it on, but it's fine. But honestly, like, I think it's one of the fastest drying down liquid lipsticks, because I hate when they're like, you have to wait a little bit and it's like 30 minutes. I need to wait like 5 seconds so I can go drink my water and drink my tea and, you know, whatever. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video, of these products, in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my next video. Stay tuned for that one, guys. Don't forget to check out the look where I recreate this eye look from Lynn's Makeup, or Lindsay on Instagram. I don't think she's Lynn's Makeup, but she's Lindsay on Instagram. So I've been recreating a lot of her looks. Really like her, very inspired by her. This is sort of one that I've not 100% copied, but sort of just recreated myself, tried to do my best, attempted something, and I don't think it looks terrible. So let me know what you think of that in the comment section in that video. Stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you then, guys. Bye.